The biggest problem in sport mode is the driving standards. I think we can all unanimously agree on that, right? The crazy thing is, it would be insanely easy for Polyphony Digital to fix this. And the answer isn't the penalty system. I always see people say a better penalty system is the solution. It's not. Don't get me wrong, a better penalty system would be welcome. But no algorithmic penalty system will ever be reliably accurate enough to solve the driving standards. And even if it did, people will always be willing to take a penalty to exact revenge. The answer is already in the game, and all it needs is a minor tweak. That answer is the SR system. On paper, the SR system is supposed to create clean races at SRS level, but it doesn't. Why? Simply put, SRS is too easy to keep and too easy to earn back if you do lose it. The only change that needs to be made is to make SRS much harder to earn and keep. Then the SR system would serve to do what it's already meant to do on paper. Imagine it. If SRS was 10 times harder to earn and significantly easier to lose, driving standards would resolve themselves. I don't know what the scaling needs to be. The details can be worked out by those that do. But the point is that all the people who are deliberately dirty, all the people who aren't dirty but keep going for high risk, low percentage moves, people who lack spatial awareness and good decision making, people who take revenge for minor inconsequential contact. If the SR system was scaled correctly, none of them would be able to maintain SRS. At least not until they completely change their driving standards and develop better spatial awareness and decision making. The result? SRS lobbies would be clean by default. Don't get me wrong, you would still have incidents. Innocent people would still lose SRS at times. People would still disagree on who was right. But that's just motorsport in general. We have to accept racing incidents will still happen. It would never be perfect. But rather than being the wreckfest it currently is, we would have a sport mode that is more comparable to real life motorsport. Incidents still happen in real life. People still disagree. That's fine. It happens. But it would be a vast improvement on what we have now. SRS lobbies would only contain people who want and try to drive clean, and have the car control and spatial awareness to do it. And that will improve overall driving standards by a considerable amount. This is why in iRacing, the first piece of advice you are told is to focus on SR first. You simply cannot climb the DR ladder without strong SR in iRacing. But even though Gran Turismo is a simcade and iRacing is a pure sim, this would still work for Gran Turismo. And the crazy thing is, it would please everyone. Because the people who don't care about SR and want to drive recklessly can still do so. They just won't be in the same lobbies as the people who care about clean racing anymore. There is no other solution, guys. No penalty system will ever do it, and no amount of education will ever do it. The only way is to force people to prioritize SR first. So what can we do? Well, unfortunately, there is no direct feedback or suggestion system with Polyphony Digital. The only thing we as a community can do is make content like this, and the only thing you can do as a viewer, if you agree with this, is give it a like or give it a hype, and hopefully someone at Polyphony Digital sees it and makes the necessary, very simple tweaks to the SR system. In the meantime, the only thing you can do to try and get clean races is apply my 4 rules for clean races. Thank you as always for watching. get out of here and go race.